For more than a century, the world has been powered by oil. Oil fueled the Industrial Revolution. Oil built global trade. Oil created some of the richest nations on Earth. Entire geopolitical alliances were built around pipelines, oil fields, and shipping routes. But today, something unexpected is happening in the deserts of the world. Across vast landscapes in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, millions of shimmering panels are rising from the sand. They form solar installations so massive they can be seen from space. These are not small solar farms. They are solar mega-projects capable of producing enough electricity to power entire cities. And the countries building them may be quietly reshaping the future of global energy. Because if solar power continues to expand at this pace, the balance of power that defined the oil age could begin to change. The question is no longer whether solar energy will grow. The real question is, could these giant solar projects eventually replace oil itself? For more than 100 years, oil has been the backbone of the global economy. The discovery of massive oil reserves transformed nations almost overnight. Countries with abundant oil resources gained enormous economic influence. Organizations like OPEC could influence global energy markets by adjusting oil supply. Meanwhile, industrialized nations relied heavily on imported oil to power their economies. Transportation, manufacturing, aviation, and shipping all depended on fossil fuels. But this energy system had major weaknesses. Oil prices could swing dramatically. Conflicts in oil-producing regions could disrupt supply chains. And concerns about climate change began to push governments to search for alternative energy sources. Renewable energy technologies gradually emerged as a potential solution. Among them, solar power would become one of the most promising. In the early days, solar energy was expensive and inefficient. Panels produced limited electricity and were mostly used for small-scale projects. But technological breakthroughs dramatically reduced the cost of solar panels. Over the past 2 decades, the price of solar energy has dropped by more than 80%. This sudden affordability triggered a global surge in solar investment. Countries began building large solar installations capable of producing gigawatts of electricity. One example is the massive Benban Solar Park. Located in southern Egypt, this solar complex stretches across roughly 37 square kilometers. It produces about 650 megawatts of electricity. From the air, the solar panels resemble a vast metallic sea stretching across the desert. The project represents one of the largest renewable energy investments in Africa. But solar development didn't stop there. Across Asia, governments began launching even larger solar projects. India built one of the largest solar complexes on Earth, Pavagada Solar Park. Covering nearly 50 square kilometers, the project produces roughly 2,000 megawatts of electricity. The goal was simple: reduce dependence on imported fossil fuels and build a more secure domestic energy supply. Meanwhile, China began investing billions into renewable energy infrastructure. China quickly became the world's largest producer of solar panels. One of its major solar installations is Hainan Solar Park, capable of producing around 200 megawatts of electricity. From satellite imagery, the solar farm looks like a massive mirror reflecting sunlight across the desert landscape. But even these projects are not the largest. The largest solar power plant on Earth is Bhadla Solar Park. Located in the arid deserts of Rajasthan, this enormous solar complex covers more than 56 square kilometers. Within this massive area, millions of solar panels are arranged in precise geometric patterns. Together, they produce around 700 megawatts of electricity. That's enough power to supply electricity to millions of homes. From space, the solar park looks like a gigantic grid of reflective surfaces stretching across the desert horizon. But the true complexity of the project lies in how it operates. At the heart of every solar power plant are photovoltaic panels. These panels absorb sunlight and convert it into electricity through semiconductor materials. But generating electricity is only the first step. Thousands of solar modules are connected through an intricate network of cables. Inverters convert the generated electricity from direct current into alternating current. This allows the power to be transmitted through national electricity grids. Massive substations then distribute the electricity to cities hundreds of kilometers away. In essence, these solar farms function like giant energy factories powered entirely by sunlight. Despite their advantages, solar megaprojects face several technical challenges. Desert environments expose panels to extreme heat and dust storms. Dust accumulation can reduce energy production. Engineers have developed robotic cleaning systems that sweep across the panels to remove sand. Another challenge is energy storage. Solar energy production fluctuates depending on sunlight conditions. Battery storage systems are increasingly used to stabilize renewable power supplies. Advances in grid technology are gradually solving these issues. The rise of solar megaprojects may significantly reshape global energy markets. Countries with abundant sunlight could become renewable energy leaders. Nations that depend heavily on oil exports may face long-term economic changes. The transition will not happen overnight. Oil still powers transportation, aviation, and heavy industry. But the rapid expansion of solar energy suggests a future where electricity production relies far less on fossil fuels. As technology continues to improve, solar farms may grow even larger. Future projects could cover hundreds of square kilometers. For more than a century, oil defined the global energy system. It shaped geopolitics, trade, and economic power. But today, a new energy revolution is unfolding. Across deserts around the world, solar megaprojects are quietly transforming how electricity is produced. From Benban Solar Park to Bhadla Solar Park, these giant solar installations demonstrate the incredible potential of renewable energy. And as solar technology continues to evolve, the energy landscape of the future may look very different from the oil-dominated world we know today.